Hi everyone, I'm Coach Hao and this is Robot Pew. Robot Pew is a microbit driven robot. To make Robot Pew talk, we have to use two microbit libraries to do the text to speech function. One library is called Billy, which it is a MicroPython plugin. You can use that to do block programming and JavaScript programming. The other one, it is a MicroPython side. You can use a speech module. And let's have a demo about how Robot Pew talks. This is how Robot Pew say yes. This is Robot Pew say no. And this is Robot Pew say, let me think. The voice from the Python speech module is similar to Billy, but it's a little bit different. Let's see. And let's have a short conversation with Robot Pew. Hi Pew, why you like to stay so close to the camera? The red dot is just the recording line of the camera. No way. Because I turn it off when I leave the room. Oh, come on, everybody, please subscribe to the channel to make Robot Pew happy. Today's tutorial is about give Robot Pew a voice. The basic idea behind the scene is we have to load some text-to-speech library into the microbit to transform a text string into a voice wave such that the microbit speaker can play it. In the microbit version 2, it got a nice small speaker, and you don't need extra speaker to allow Robot Pew to talk. That first, let's briefly talk about what's the string. The string, you can basically, it is an array of characters. You can define a string variables and assign to it. And to create a variable, you basically just go to the microbit variable session, then create a string name. Then after that, you set the newly created variable to a text, and after that you type in the character. Then you can start to assign a string to a string variable. And there are some microbit provide quite a bit string functions to allow you to manipulate a string. For example, you can figure out what characters it is from a string. Say this command where like a chart from string at index 0. That means what's the first character of this, which is T, and you can compare a string to another string, will return yes or no. You can do a search what's the substring of a string. So in that case, you can parsing the Robot Pew's command. For example, from radio channel, when the Robot Pew's gamepad send command into the Robot Pew need to parse it. Basically, it look at the substring of the command string and figure out what's the command or what's the command parameters. So you can also try to convert a number to string, and you can also do query whether the string contains another substring. You can also split the string into multiple sections by, say, space. You can also figure out whether a string is empty or not. You can find out what's the string at what substring at the first of a string by the index number, and something like that. Say, spend some time and go to the this micropip document pages and figure out how do you do the string manipulations. That's the first step to make robot pure talks, because you have to do a text to speech, right? Without a text, without a text string, how do you make robot pure talk? Okay, then we go to the second side. It is the text Billy library. Billy library basically, thanks to Animish, he invent this library and make it public for all the micropip users to use it. To use the library, you basically need to say, for example, test pxt, right? So you need to load the extension. First click extension, then text search for pxt Billy. Let's see what it comes up. Oh, if this library doesn't come up, then you need to copy the GitHub library link here, then paste it. So after that, click the Billy library, boom, then you can see the Billy library shows up at here, and click here. You can see you can make a robot say something, hello war, right? So you can also set voice of to either elf, a little robot, stuffy guy, little old lady. That's the preset voice you can pick and choose to do the text to speech. If you want to customize your own voice, you can call another command called config voice. Say it has 4 parameters here. So according to the let's see, the text, the documentations, say okay, let's click what the documentation said. What's the config, what's the meaning of configuration? Okay, so in a config voice, say there are 4 parameters. The first parameter is the speed. It's how fast robot can talk. And the second number is pitch. What's the frequency of the voice. And the other one is the throat. Throat, it is how tight, what's that? So it is how basically how relaxed or how tense is the voice. So, and the last one is mouth, how tight the lip it is. So that's how the the library control voice type. You can do your own program and check it out how the voice looks like by tweaking those 2 numbers. And in this case, you can invent your own robot pure voice using these libraries. Say to make the life easier for you, when you load, say let's create a new project, say test pure voice, create a new project. Say when you load the robot pure library, we load the Billy library for you by default. Say when you load it, robot pure's library, and this Billy also shows up. At here, you can use Billy library to configure robot pure's voice, and you can either just call the Billy's library, say something, or you can just use robot pure's actions, say talk. They are the same. They will basically they are the same. Okay, so Yeah. Then you just upload to your MicroBit and Robot Pew can talk to um, whatever you like. Let's give you one more example at here. And this is an example in Robot Dream website. Is say website, if you go to the Learn JavaScript with Robot Pew, that's in the book 3 growth, and click the talk via Billy and session. We have a bunch of example explain what does the those configuration means. If you want to configure your robot pew to different ages, so that's the pitch and the voice pitch and the speech speed you're going to use. Say and this is another example you can use. We put it here to demonstrate how the text to speech it is useful. For example, at here we we uh, we link to the distance sensor. So when the robot pew is walking at the same time, it got the distance readings from the sonar sensor, and from the different you can let a robot pew to either say when things is too close, you say danger, stop, or and also ask robot pew to report the distance in voice, so it's easier for you to understand what's going on. Say say in the last competition, if you play the Don't Bonk again, say don't say you can basically change the code such that you can say make the robot pew walk and talk. So the trick to make robot pew walk and talk is you put a separate loop, put a one forever loop for walking, the other forever loop to all the talking. So in that case, when Robert Pugh is walking, the talking won't stop the walking, or walking won't stop the talking. So we can try out this program later. Okay, so and what's in the JavaScript side and in the Python side, if you go to Robert Pugh's Python library GitHub locations, say, and when you go read through the code, so in order to use Robot Pew's speech engine, so you just need to, this since it's MicroPython provide a speech module, so which building there, and what you can do here is say just call a library directly. Say in a talk function, we just say speech say something. The idea is the same, so you can say something with the speech pitch through the mouse, and this interface is exactly the same as the Billy libraries. And keep in mind that's the parameters for Robert Pew. If we want to reproduce Robert Pew's voice style, and you can use those 4 parameters. Next, let's introduce how do you say make up a storytelling part for the text to speech engine. See, at here, for example, we create an array of strings. So those strings can be taken by Robot Pew one by one to say the string one by one. Then what you need to do it is you provide or some comes a trigger to start each sentence and go to the next. As you can see from this example, we monitor the commands coming from the gamepad. If the gamepad logo button was pressed, it will send out a string called Pew logo, and this is in the Robot Pew side. When Robot Pew receive a string called Pew logo, it will try to increase the index of the this string array, and and try to adjust this array into the range. Say here we got a 4 sentence here. So if we keep increase the index is more than what the array has, you will set the index back to 0. So basically robotic will loop around this index and say those 4 sentences again. So then you ask the program to execute to say the command. So you use this command to talk this index. Okay, so in this way you will have a good way to allow to customize this program to fit into your need. For example, if you want Robot Pew to say happy birthday, or in some event you want Robot Pew to say recite a poem in the like a school party or a school show and tell event, so you can use this to impress your classmates or your parents how capable you can make a robot to do. In the future projects, we will show a lot of like examples to say how do you make the robot pew talk and dance at the same time, and make a robot pew to chat with each other. So that would, and also make robot pew do like opera, right? Like talk and sing at the same time. That would be a fun project for the coming tutorials. Thanks for staying with us.
Robot gyms.